There is a renown track released for the new reputation that you get with the goblins, and there are some bangers here, some very interesting stuff. So first, you get a stacking damage and healing buff for the raid at certain renown levels. Does that mean that we're basically going to get rid of the severe sense as the buff that we have right now? And we're going to get the same stuff, but now from a renown, which is also going to be time gated, right? You're not going to get to max renown straight away. So that is interesting. And then you are going to get dinars at renown 17 and 19, which I would assume is pretty high and is going to be later in the season. But the dinars are going to, if you go through the text here, there's going to be a vendor and he's going to sell stuff from the raid. And that is another thing that we have been asking a lot, specifically in this that time of season 1. So now we're actually going to get it. And that sounds very exciting.
Yeah, I agree. I love this change. I think it helps with bringing more content back to the world. A lot of the times the reputation stuff for renown is in the world, not in raid, although you can get some in raid. So things like doing things out in the world that helps give you individual, because I think that stacking damage healing buffs individual, right? So once you get that renown, it's for you in the raid.
It is
Raid skip.
individual, but it is warbound. So once you,
Oh yeah,
because
yeah,
yeah, the renown is basically warbound as now as well. So
yeah.
once you get it on your main, you're gonna have it on your ults as well.
Amazing. The raid skip's kind of interesting that you could get a
Yeah.
skip. Now how that's gonna play out for the guild is interesting.
I
If
mean,
one
once
person is just
once you
Giga
get it,
Chad,
and then everybody
yeah,
gets it, I think.
yeah, I guess it's gotta be. Uh, but I think it's cool. It's cool instead of keeping it all within the raid, bringing some of that out into the world and for dailies and things like that is an interesting change. So
Yeah, I mean the raid portal is tied to the renown as well because before that was exclusively for CE guilds only, and if you didn't kill the last boss on Mythic, you wouldn't get it, right? So now everybody gets it. So that's another huge plus. Dinars
huge.
definitely something like I cannot express how stoked I'm for this because there are certain items that you simply cannot get, and another big pain point for me is that, as I said, I play all 3 specs on my shaman, and okay, somehow I managed to gear my shaman for resto, which maybe is my main spec. But then, if I want to switch to enhancement, I don't have weapons, I don't have trinkets, and I don't have easy ways to obtain them. So that is going to be a huge step in the right direction as well. Obviously, it's time gated. Obviously, you get only 2 of them from what we can see from the renowned tracks. But even 2 is better than 0. And it's gonna be those 2 items like the spy masters that never drop for you and you can never get. So huge win. My only concern is that we've seen players, especially in high-end guilds, do some crazy stuff to farm reputations and
Yeah.
renown tracks.
Yep.
If you
Yep.
remember when they released that island in the Dragonflight, they were farming those little flowers on the island. Each one of them would give you like, I remember it was like 5 rep. So you had to do like, I don't know, 3,000 or something to get your max
Do
level,
it.
and they would still do it.
Yep.
So
Yep.
my only concern is that they need to somehow guard how you get the rep in a very precise way so that people don't cheat and people don't get unfair advantage by somehow just getting top renown in the first week, and then they get all those benefits with the stacking buffs, because there is actually a lot of power connected to that renown.
Yeah.
It's
Sure.
the dinars. You're even gonna get free augment runes, and then obviously that stacking buff.
Dance.
But yeah,
Yeah.
as we talked about in the past, I don't think anyone's gonna be angry when they see that. I think everybody's gonna be happy about this announcement.
Yeah. Those are welcome changes for sure.